Okay, my name is Vivian. I had a low PCV count. That was 2020. I went to work that day and I was feeling a bit dizzy, so I was asked to go run some tests. I was supposed to run just malaria tests to check for malaria, but the lab attendant looked at me and she said the blood sample she got, she wasn't comfortable with the color, so she decided to run a full blood count. And it turned out my PCV level was 18, which was super low. And at that point, they said I should have probably passed out or be in coma or something, but I was still moving around. So it was a very funny day at work because I happened to work in the hospital and every doctor around was trying to figure out what the problem was. Eventually, I was told I needed to see a hematologist. That got me scared. I didn't know what to expect. They kept asking, "Are you anemic?" I said, "No, I've never been anemic. I know my genotype and all of that." And when I saw the hematologist, and they literally were using me for sample that day. They had students in training. They were asking them lots of questions. What do you think this could be? And all. Each one they said, as a Christian, I'll be like, God forbid, you know. And eventually they said I would run series of tests, then come back for review. When I came back to work, something told me to speak with Dr. Fache about it. So I told him, and he looked at me and he said, "You don't know what is wrong with you?" I'm like, "I don't know, sir." You know, he laughed and he said, "Oh, you have fibroid." And I said, "How can you tell?" By looking at me. He said he can see my body. When I wear certain clothes, he can see the shape and he knows where the exact position was. I said, "Okay, can you confirm via a scan so I can be certain that you're also saying the same thing?" And he did and showed me the fibroids. I'm single. I've not had children. I had my fears because at that point I'm like, it's surgery you're talking about right now. What is going to happen? What are the chances that post-surgery I'll be able to conceive as a lady? He assured me that it was not a big deal and it's in my own interest to actually get it out that early than wait till later time because of the location of the fibroids. I told him, okay, I'll go home, think about it and get back to him. I went home. I'm stubborn, so I did not tell anybody. I thought about it, I prayed, and I decided I was going to take it out. The only person I decided to talk to was my friend at the moment, and she encouraged me. She said, it's good that I'm even thinking of finding out what the cause of my problem was because I've always had heavy flows but could not relate it to anything earlier on until I saw the doctor. So when I decided I would take the fibroids out, I called my uncle who was here. I mentioned it to him. So just the next of kin gets to know, oh, they're taking you to theater in case of anything. And he asked me, did you tell your mom? I said, no, I'm not telling nobody. I just want you to know. I don't want you to tell anybody. He said, okay, if I have decided, then it's fine. I went for the surgery and I think day 2, I was moving around. Day 3, I went home. 2 weeks later, I was back to work. Beyond my amazement, I would use that word right now. I was back to work and everybody who saw me were like, how is this even possible? Because at work, I had seen people 3 weeks post-op, they are still struggling. Some even have issues and they have to be readmitted. How is it that I don't feel anything after 2 weeks, you know? So after that, I would say so far it's been wonderful. Really, I've been a better person health-wise since that surgery was done. All thanks to the team I met in Procare who has become my family right now.